Alright, man, here we are. This is part 10. So hopefully the lighting will hold up. It's getting a little late, and I had to go back and redo some of these videos because there were issues with the audio. But it is time finally for you to actually dive in, install a theme, and start piecing together the layout for your website. So right now this is the WordPress dashboard. Just so you know what, I'll log out just so that we can kind of do this fresh. Here is your website right now as it is. Like I said, I had to kind of backtrack and refresh things. So to log into your page, you take whatever your .com is and you go /wp-admin. And it comes in here, you type in your username and password. Boom. And now that your username and password is, we are in the backside of WordPress. And we're now going to install our theme. So go to Appearance and Themes, and you'll see that by default you're probably on 2016, and these are the other WordPress defaults that come with it. So go to Add New, and then you can see these are all a bunch of themes that come with WordPress. Again, I think I advised you probably to go with paid themes. They're a little bit better and you get some support. But you know, you can see some of the ones that they have here. And the one that we're going to use is called Tesseract. This is actually the theme that I used to build this. I mean, my web development page is very simple. I don't have like anything too fancy on here. But I used Tesseract to build that. And go to tyler.com, Tyler.com, to get the Tesseract theme. And this is his page. You can even say he recently added some videos on here teaching how to use his theme. And so if you're looking for details about it, you can go into some of his videos. There's quite a few of them. But right now all we're going to do is download Tesseract 2. So in the top right corner, click on Download Tesseract. Awesome. So now let's go back to your page and go to Add Themes and Upload Theme. So we'll choose a file here, go to our Downloads folder. Here's Tesseract. You can see how many times I've had to remake this video based on how many downloads there are there. It's alright. Love you, buddy. Yeah, man. This is coming along good, though. This has been a long day, but this will be cool. I think that what I'll do is share these videos with the world so that, you know, that'll be cool. Put them on my website. Alright, so click Activate. So now you have a theme installed, and it's activated. If you go up here, you can visit your website. So you can look, it starts to look a little bit like my page here. Maybe not a ton, but a little bit. So now the page is activated. First thing is go to Customize. And this will let you change things that are going to be on every page of the website. So for example, the background color. So background color, we'll change that to a little bit of a gray, a little easier on the eyes. And again, when you go into this customize thing, when you have this bar on the left, you're changing things that are basically going to be on every page of the site. So we'll get into specific pages, but this is like every page of the site. So header, for example. Header colors. So this is the background color for the top of the page. Right, so maybe we'll go with something dark. Alright, how about that? And opacity is cool. You can start to make it transparent, like my home page. See how the background fills up? So that's transparent. There we go. Back to this page. So that background is transparent. That's cool. We don't need to keep it. We could keep it solid. You could change the colors of these things, like when you move your mouse over a link. So this is like formatting stuff. Logo, you can replace this text with a logo if you want. You can change the size, right? You can change the width if you want to go full width. Like you notice mine stretches the full width. So that's kind of cool. It says write block content. So what's cool about this is you can add items to the top right of your page if you want. So you could put some buttons there. You could add social media icons. You could have a search bar. You could have another menu. For now, we'll leave it blank. But you can, you know, if you go to buttons, right? So if you go to buttons, you'll see here's the HTML for your buttons. So because we talked a little bit about HTML, a ref, you'd put the link that you want your button to go to here. This is the class that styles it to give it this like style. Then here's the second button, another link. This is the class that gives it this style. So all right, we'll leave the buttons in, fine. Mobile menus, so this is a little bit of the layout if somebody's on a mobile device. So if I make it small, see I got this cool menu here that comes out, right? So that's pretty nice. You can change the colors for that. And footer, you can change the colors and stuff on your footer, add a logo. Layout options, so this is cool if you want to do stuff with your blog. I think that's the main stuff. WooCommerce, we're going to get into WooCommerce on the next video. We're going to talk specifically about WooCommerce. This one will be really important though, to display the cart in the header. You don't have WooCommerce on right now, so it's not showing up, but that'll be important to us. And yeah, so that's like the main customizer. So save and publish saves it, and that's the customize bar. And again, that's for things that are going to be on every page of the website, this customize thing. If we go back to your dashboard and you go down to appearance, there's where customize shows up. Right now we're going to go to pages, and you see it says you need to use the Beaver Builder. So let's go to installing plugin, and we'll install the Beaver Builder plugin. You may need to search for it, but you just go to plugins, add new plugin, search for Beaver Builder, and it will come up. It's a very popular plugin, but it's pretty new also. And this is the free version of Beaver Builder. You can buy the advanced one if you want. It's worth the money. So let's go now into pages. And we have an about page. We're not going to use that. Let's do a brand new, let's do add new page. So we'll start from scratch. So we'll call this the home page. And if I go over here for template, you'll notice that the way that it is set up right now with default template, if I hit publish and then view page, you'll notice the default template has like this stuff on the side, which is like very traditional WordPress, like a sidebar and everything. But what we're going to do is under template, we're going to choose full width page. And what that'll do is that will give us access to the entire page when we go to, we're going to click on Page Builder. And when we go to Page Builder, we have this. So it says this is your first time using the builder. We're going to say no thanks. So let's start building some stuff. So I showed you some page builders a little bit in some previous videos, but we'll set one up here. So let's do row layout. We're going to do a row with one column, and we're going to set it up to be similar to this page here. So let's first go here to row settings, and then this is column settings, edit column. This is row settings. So I'll click on that, and we're going to do width, full width, and then we're also going to do content width. Actually, I'll show you the difference. So background, we're going to do photo. I'll select a photo. We'll, you know what? Let's, I might be able to pull up that particular photo anyways. Oh, this is a cool one. Let's use this. This would be kind of a cool, large, looks like it's a large file. It's taken a while. This would be kind of a nice background type picture that we can use to set things up. It's just taken its time uploading. So maybe I should sing a song or do a dance. I don't know. Try to use file sizes that aren't so big because it will reduce load time. General rule of thumb is like 300 kilobytes and lower, and that should just be for like the biggest images. So this is either a really, really big file or my connection is a little slow right now. We'll see. So I uploaded this file. It adds it to our media library. If you had other pictures already, they'd show up here that you could choose from. And finally, there it is. So that's almost a megabyte. So it shouldn't have taken that long. So if I select photo, you should see, boom. Now it doesn't fill the whole page, right? It just fills this section. Now you can change the center. to wherever you want. This will change like what the focus is when you shrink the screen. You can either have it be fit, or you can have it be fill, whatever you want. You could play with those. You could just do a background color instead of an image. We could even do an opacity, right? If you do backgrounds with opacity stuff, or like background colors that you can see through. So all right, right now we have a background that takes up the full width. Here's fixed width. And you can see that my content that I get to work with is kind of this small section. If I want my content to take up the whole thing, I'll do full width. So here we do. We got a background image, but we want to have some stuff in there, and we want it to take up more space. So I go over here to add content, and now I can drop things in. So I could add a text editor. And now we'll say, welcome to the web page, right? And we'll center that. And over here, I'm going to go into text, and I'm going to call this H1. Remember our H's? So that gives me like really big letters, and then I can come here and I can center it. And so that's kind of cool. All right, welcome to the web page, but it doesn't, we're stuck with this little thing. So what I'm going to do is go to the column settings, and I'm going to add margin to my column. Now this is kind of where you got to start being careful about columns and padding, because we've got, actually let's make it bigger. We've got a bunch of different things going on here. We have a row, which has its own margin and padding. And then we have a column, which has margin and padding. And then on top of that, we have the text box, which has its own margin and padding. So you could run into issues, right? So like, if I put my margin on the row, what happens is, boom. And let's make it bigger. Look, I'm making a margin to the whole row, so it's above my picture, which I don't want. So let's get rid of that. So that is like, boom, I got this really cool big image in the background, some text. Now what I could do is I could add content, and you know, there's other stuff I can add, but let's put another row, this one with 3 columns. So we'll do a 3-column row. Let's put it here. All right, so now I got a 3-column row here. Cool, let's add, we could put a photo here. It'll ask us what photo to use. Let's just put the same stinking photo in there that we used before. All right, we can put some more stuff. Let's put a button here. All right, cool, we'll put a link button. You know, tell it what website to go to. Now you got a button in here. That button doesn't really look good, but I think you get the idea. You can drop all this stuff in here. I could go to text editor, put some text in here, some text, and now we have text. I could even put a picture in here through my text editor. I can make this a link. If I do that, you know, www.jfwebdev.com. Cool. I can center that. You know, I can make this big if I want. Let's call it an H1 style. Or we'll do H2, so it's a little smaller than our main heading. I can go advanced, I could put some margins on here. You could see in real time as it's moving around, right? You could even change, if you want, you could change this off on mobile. So I could say large device only, medium, small. So that's pretty cool. I can even add classes and IDs to this. So if I call an ID or a class to it, then I can use custom CSS to modify it. And the last thing I want to show you, well, I have like 40 seconds left, is this awesome thing that's built into this theme that Tyler made, which is content blocks. I can actually go in here, and there's a bunch of pre-made content blocks that I can use. And these are fucking, oh, I swore in my video. These are freaking awesome. So I could just plug in, boom, automatically just plugged in this awesome row with text. It's got a background image. Now I can edit it to whatever I want it to say. So why don't you have some fun playing around? Again, if I want to be done, I hit done, publish, and that's kind of the basics. Have some fun, play around, be an artist, enjoy it. See you next video. We'll do WooCommerce.